What's going on, everybody? TK here, and today we are talking about the Bloody Harvest event that is live in Borderlands 3 and giving you my unbiased opinion. The event itself went live on October 24th and overall is a really fun event. Before we get too far into it, let's jump back in our time machine and think back to the awesome Headhunter packs that were in Borderlands 2. The Headhunter packs were permanent DLC additions to the game that were themed toward each season. You'd have a small quest that you had to run through in an area that was themed toward the season. So for example, the Christmas one had you helping Marcus find a case of guns that he had sold that had suddenly gone missing. After talking to Marcus, he sends you off through the snow to Gingerton to find the guns, exploding everything along the way. Ultimately, the pack culminates in you finding and fighting a giant snowman called Mr. Tender Snowflake. All in all, it was a great DLC for a great price. At $2.99 you got a new area, several red chests, complete with a farmable boss. Flash forward to our current Bloody Harvest event in Borderlands 3. The event itself affects the entire world. Once you talk to the Saurian named Maurice in Sanctuary, when you're running around to find your loot, you come across enemies that will have colored effects swirling around them. Once you take them out, a skull will spawn and they will fly toward you. Shoot the skull and a piece of ectoplasm will now drop. Collect 25 and then Maurice will call you back to Sanctuary to open a portal to Heck. At first glance, you can tell it's just a reskin of Athena's, but that's basically where the similarity stopped. The enemies here are amped up in number, and the terror mechanic added in with the event will make this area a bit more difficult than the other areas of the game. After slogging your way through the mobs, we get to the boss, and are greeted by a spooky version of everyone's favorite punching bag, Captain Tron. The fight with Haunt is fairly straightforward and not too bad. After he's beaten, you get to return to Sanctuary with your loot, and the process has to be repeated in order to fight Trant again. And that is where my complaint lies with this event. If I want to farm Haunt, I have to collect 25 hectoplasm each run. I'd happily pay $3 to just not have to deal with the hectoplasm and be able to farm this boss over and over and over. The area itself is amazing. Even though it is a reskin, they changed it enough that it does feel different than Athena's. And also, with the end of the event coming in December, the question remains, what happens to the Terror modified gear that is dropped after the event is over? I mean, the modifiers are great and they mix up the game, but I want to know what happens to that Maggie I got last night that has reduced Terror on reload. Once the event is over and terror is no longer a thing, it'll be pointless. Will Gearbox change the anointment to make it something else in game? So, like, let's say it goes from reduced terror on reload to increased damage after action skill end? Who knows? Only time will tell, but we can't hope, right? All in all, I love the event, and I'm happy that Gearbox is still pushing out free content outside of the anniversary stuff that has been going on the past few weeks. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they have up their sleeves. I'm going to leave the gameplay running in the background, but that's going to be it for me. If you want to catch me live, you can find me at twitch.tv/Tivercat, where I stream almost nightly. Be sure to subscribe and check the bell so you get notifications when I post here to YouTube, and in the meantime, I will catch y'all later.